Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Coming up this week, a passenger on board the Disney Magic dies during a shore excursion. A cast member is suing Disney, claiming she was fired because of a sensitivity to chemicals. And Happily Ever After, the new fireworks show set to debut at the Magic Kingdom on May 12th, is generating a lot of hype on the boards. We'll talk more about it. Also, Steve Porter is going to join us from Disney's Hollywood Studios a little later on. All that coming up next. From the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida, this is the Diz Unplugged. This is the Diz Unplugged, episode 939 for the week of May 9th, 2017. The Diz Unplugged is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Coming to you live from the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, Mr. Rhino Clavin.
Hello.
Kathy Warling.
Hi, everybody.
Teresa Eccles.
Hello.
Julie Martin.
Hey, y'all.
And back in the production nook, our producer, Mr. Craig Williams.
Hello.
So John and Kevin are obviously not here. They are in Hawaii on a well-deserved vacation. I think they're there for like 17 weeks. So you'll see them again at some point. I'm just not sure when. But so Rhino's going to do the news, which is very exciting. I said it's the Ethel Merman with the news. So
hope you're ready.
They'll be singing. But all right, before we get to that, though, we have some things in housekeeping. First, I want to remind everybody that you can download the Diz Unplugged app on both the iTunes App Store as well as the Google Play Store if you're on an Android phone like I am. And you can have, we realize that iTunes limits how far back in the library you can go, but you can get all the shows going all the way back by checking out our app, and you get all our shows, including Connecting with Walt, Diz Pop, the Universal Edition, the Disneyland Edition, the Dreams Unlimited Travel Show, and of course, this show. Plus, we have lots of other fun stuff in there as well. It's free, available for download on the App Store. Also want to give some specifics on what we will be doing during the big celebratory 20th anniversary week. Ooh. Coming up May 30th through June 2nd. On Monday night, Craig is going to be hosting a fireworks meet in the Magic Kingdom. Get a chance to see Happily Ever After if you haven't, and you can see it with Craig, which you can watch the excitement on his face, which is pretty much what you're seeing now. That's a good cue for you to cut to yourself.
Well, no, it was, except it was supposed to be at Hollywood Studios watching the Star Wars fireworks.
Okay.
I guess it is now at Magic Kingdom watching the Happily Ever After. Hey, that's a less of a drive for me, so let's switch it to that.
I think you should do that.
We'll do that.
I think because a lot of people are going to want to see Happily Ever After.
I agree.
And especially, we're going to talk about that in the news. People were really concerned about how that was going to go, and then Disney released this 4-minute clip a few days ago that has everybody out of their minds, myself included.
Yep. I'm going to teach them how to wait till the last second to get a spot, then we're going to sneak in and put kids on our shoulders. It's going to be great.
And hold up your iPads too.
Yes.
I think you said 2 top bidders get to hold hands with him during the
or touch them inappropriately.
Yeah, okay.
I think depending on how much they bid.
I've got a bid going.
So, all right. Anyway, creepy aside, that'll be Monday night. Craig will be doing that. On Tuesday morning, Miss Kathy Whirling will be hosting a Figment meet at Epcot. Also on Tuesday in the morning, correct, Rhino?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have rented out a theater at the AMC at Disney Springs to watch a private showing of Pirates of the Caribbean, the new one.
Yeah, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
We are going to be doing that as a fundraiser for Give Kids the World, so you'll be able to sign up for that, and we're going to be limiting that to 90 people. So, and all of this, sign-ups for all this are coming very soon. I'm just letting everybody know the day and time and what we're doing, but sign-ups are coming soon, so plan accordingly so that when we do release the sign-ups, you can be the first one in. Because we have over 1,000 people showing up for this event. So there's going to be a lot of people trying to get into very few spots. So that's Tuesday, May 30th. That we'll be doing the Pirates thing at 10 a.m. On Wednesday night, Teresa's going to host a cupcake meet at Sprinkles in Disney Springs. Also Wednesday night, Rhino and Julie, Corey, and the family are going to host a meet for movie night at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah, we're going to watch a Goofy movie, one of my favorites. So.
Oh, I love that movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, I looked at the schedule and I was like, this is perfect. We got to do it.
Now, of course, Thursday night, June 1st, is the big event. That is our party at Epcot from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. There's going to be food. There's going to be a cash bar. There's going to be Jody Benson doing a private concert for us. There's going to be a private showing of Illuminations along with Journey into Imagination, Seas with Nemo and Friends, Test Track, and Soarin' open the entire time. So it's just having a big bash to celebrate 20 years of the Diz. And you can still sign up to get those tickets. I believe John extended it. So there'll be a link in the show notes page, although if you go to the Diz homepage or any page on the boards of the Diz, you can find a link to it. So please go ahead and sign up for that because eventually John is going to stop letting people do that. So he's not here, so let's hurry up and get it done. So that is going to be on Thursday night. On Friday night, Julie, Corey, and their family are going to host a meet for Yeehaw Bob.
Yeah, it's at Port Orleans.
At Port Orleans.
I think it's Riverside.
It's Riverside?
Yeah.
I think that's what Corey said.
Yeah, it is Riverside.
It is.
And another fundraiser that we're going to be doing on Friday, this is the big one. Instead of hosting something here in the studio, what we decided to do was we have rented out the Grand One, the yacht, at Disney's Grand Floridian for a 2-hour tour around Seven Seas Lagoon and Bay Lake. We'll be serving lunch. You'll be there with some members of the team. This is going to be limited to 12 people. So we'll be auctioning off spots on the cruise to join myself and some other members of the team on this really beautiful yacht. And we'll serve a full lunch and it'll be lovely. Be lovely. Very civilized. So that's what's on the books right now. Of course, John and Kevin are going to be hosting a meet. I believe that Saturday.
I think it's like at 10 or 10:30. They said
at in Magic Kingdom for Gay Days. So
there's another one too. There's a couple others. If you're a Patreon supporter, just stay tuned to the Patreon site because we're going to eventually make an announcement about a meetup for you guys on there, where we can all get together and say hello.
We've got a couple interesting things in the works right now for our Patreon folks to say thank you.
Yeah, and then Monday, if it works out, we're going to do a little superhero photo session in the auction room.
The first Monday.
The first Monday of the event to kick it off with myself and some people.
Get a chance to see Rhino in tights.
It
in the
is
auction room?
embarrassing.
So I'll
yeah.
have to see it.
Yeah, very tight tights. So make a donation to Give Kids the World, and you can come take a photo with that travesty.
You will get a chance to see what fake abs in a codpiece look like.
I invested a lot of money in this.
No, I honestly, he showed me a picture. He looks really good. He looks great. So
If you
That's
follow
in the
him on
auction room?
Instagram, you've already seen it.
Yeah.
yeah, right, exactly. So that is what is coming up for our 20th anniversary celebration at the end of the month, May 30th through June 2nd. If you have not signed up, head out to wdwinfo.com or disboards.com and just click on the link, and you'll get all the information there about what's coming up and how to sign up for the event itself. It's like the whole week, and for the party. So that's that. Now on to our other shows that we do every Monday, disunplugged.com and youtube.com/Dreams Unlimited Travel, the Dreams Unlimited Travel podcast with John, Kevin, and Tracy Heinrichs. The one that just went up yesterday was Teresa and I talking about the discount outlets here in Orlando. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun doing that show. Next week, Kathy goes to Legoland.
Yes, with my grandkids.
Aww.
It was fun.
Well, is it like just, do we have video of you yelling at them?
No, I actually have my grandson doing a video for everybody.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. He did 2 of them.
Awesome. So that will be coming up next Monday. Also, every Monday, disunplugged.com, the Disneyland edition of the Diz Unplugged with host Tom Bell and his team. And this week they talk with author and historian Jim Korkus about some secret aspects of Disneyland. So go ahead and check that out. This Wednesday, the next edition of the Best and Worst of Walt Disney World. This week, Steve and I talk about the best and worst Disney hotels for families. And we did something a little different this week. We did a poll on our Facebook page. And so this is your picks for the best and worst, not mine. And you're okay. It didn't make
Thank you.
Caribbean Beach didn't make either
Wow.
list.
Good.
It was
Thank you.
dead in the middle. So you're okay.
Okay, good.
But some surprises at the bottom of the list, some surprises at the top of the list.
Can't wait.
That is this Wednesday, DizUnplugged.com. And of course, every Thursday, the Universal edition of the Diz Unplugged with Craig Williams and Rhino Clavin. This week, they are talking about the best ways to cool down this summer if you are visiting Universal Orlando. Not hard to do if you're in Islands.
Oh, especially that, but number one, you'll never figure it out.
Okay.
It's not like they're opening up a water park in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so you phoned that one in. Okay.
Whoops.
But no reason to watch now. Go to Islands and go to Volcano Bay. I just saved you an hour of staring at Craig. So, and of course, every Friday, Diz Pop with Rhino Clavin. And this week you're talking about your favorite Disney movies.
Yeah, I thought I don't know why we never did this, but people ask a lot, like, what's your favorite thing? So we're going to talk about our favorite, and we have to pick just one favorite live action, animated, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, one of each of those, and then just like one or two honorable mentions that have meant something to us in our lives as we grew up.
Who are we?
Craig. Craig. That's
So
not
your
Craig.
only your opinions matter? Okay.
Well, Craig unfortunately is the only one I can pull into this with me these days. But yeah, but it's we have some good movie discussions, so I figure while he's around,
Pollyanna.
still,
Okay.
yeah.
Swiss Family Robinson.
Swiss Family Robinson is on my list.
Oh, good.
Yeah, don't worry.
Nothing better than an ostrich race,
Well,
right?
So
I will tell you, Swiss Family or the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse makes another list that we're doing in an upcoming Best and Worst.
It's because it doesn't really look like the real one. I just showed this movie to my kids like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, this is one of Mom's favorite movies. We're going to sit down and watch it. Ferris at 9 o'clock, he's like, Mom, I want to go to bed. All right. Finley, she watched the whole thing and loved it.
Where's the media room?
So, all right, that's what's coming up this week with the rest of our shows. And does anyone else have anything for housekeeping?
I do.
You go first.
Okay, I just want to remind everyone to keep sending in their auction items for our auction. We've got a good amount in, but I still need some items in that you have said you were going to mail, and I haven't gotten them yet. So if you don't have the address, I have it here for you, and I can remember. 6550 North Atlantic Avenue, Suite B. What's the zip code?
Cape Canaveral, Florida.
Cape Canaveral, Florida, 32920. Attention, Teresa. I don't know who else it would go to because I'm the only one there, but anyway.
No, you're not. Oh,
No,
okay.
but
I hope Stanya and Jen aren't listening.
They don't open I put my name on it because I won't let them open it. I get the joy of opening these things. If I'm not there, they have to wait. A big box just came in.
But you're the only one there because those people don't exist.
Oh, they exist.
See what happens when you give them some authority?
She's the mail checker.
I'm the mail checker. I check all mails.
Ew.
Sorry.
Okay, can't get that visual out of my head. Welcome to the Welcome Center.
Welcome. Step into my office. Hey, it's lonely
It's
out there.
getting creepier.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I had to say.
Okay.
Okay, well, mine is actually, it comes from Corey, and that is that you can now purchase a special 20th anniversary Diz Magic Your Band.
Oh, wow.
And it is, of course, at magicyourband.com, who has been doing a lot of Diz exclusives. This one is $7, and all proceeds go straight to Give Kids the World.
That's
it.
awesome.
So,
it's a sharp-looking band.
yeah, if you want to purchase that, so you have it, then it will be $7. I'm sure we'll have them at the event too, but he didn't send me those details, so I'm not quite sure on it. But $7, all proceeds to Give Kids the World. MagicYourBand.com. Find it at DizUnplugged.com.
I see. He didn't trust me to send this.
Yeah, I was going to
message.
say, his wife is here.
Oh no, the work
But-
wife. Oh,
Yeah.
Work one.
No, that's my work husband. He cannot be work wife. Okay, Will is work wife. Craig is work husband to me. Until I get an actual husband, at which case Craig will and then have to be supplanted.
Craig, you're in a lot of relationships.
Can't I just be a work prince?
Get out of here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jester.
There you go. I
I'll
like
take
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. So anything else in housekeeping? Craig, you had something, or
That was it.
That
Yeah,
was it.
yeah.
Anyone else? Going once, going twice. Over to Eartha Kitt over here with the news.
Meow. This Catwoman. Anyway, okay. So our first news story: a Walt Disney World cast member says she was forced out of her job after complaining that air fresheners used in bathrooms were triggering her asthma. In February, longtime cast member Nancy Copley was part of a WFTV9 story on chemical sensitivity in the workplace. Copley was part of the story because she said she wants people to know just how harmful air fresheners and fragrances can be to your health, and that there's no regulation to help. In the story, Copley blames air fresheners for her asthma attacks. She said she had no serious allergies or asthma when she moved to Florida 10 years ago, and now she has both. Around that same time, Copley requested that Walt Disney World remove air fresheners from a bathroom that she used, and the next month, Copley says that Disney offered her a settlement rather than remove the air freshener. According to Copley, Disney said it would cost them too much money to take an air freshener out of a bathroom. Copley had been with the company for 19 years at this point and was 1 year away from retirement. While the Americans Disabilities Act covers chemical sensitivity, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, has no standards related to indoor air quality, so Disney or any other workplace can't be forced to remove the offending air fresheners. In this case, Copley said she was told that because her restriction was personal, Disney did not have to comply with her request. WFTV9 has asked Disney for a comment, but received no reply.
Well, here's what I find interesting. And, I talk about how they can be short-sighted sometimes. At any point in this process where this woman is saying, "Hey, listen, can we take this air freshener out of here? I have these allergies," and they come back to her and say it's just too expensive. Now this is a story. Now this is a thing. Do they not realize? You know what? The likelihood is this woman's going to go to the press, especially if she was part of a local news story on chemical sensitivity in the workplace. Chances are, hey, listen, I talked to you guys about chemical sensitivity, and then when I asked Disney to take the air freshener out, they let me go. Did anybody think that this might end up being a thing? Because now here we are talking about it. It's on the boards. It's on other websites. It's on social media. And it just makes them look bad. So how much does that cost you, Disney? What does that cost you? And just this woman has chemical sensitivity issues.
Has it been bothering her for 19 years?
No. She had no issues until she moved to Florida.
And when
it's
did
been
she
10
move to
years.
Florida?
10 years ago, yeah.
Then how
How
could
did
she
she
work for Disney for
yeah.
19 years?
That is exactly what I
Yeah.
said. I don't know.
Doesn't
When
make
you
any
read that, I
sense.
thought,
I don't know either.
I don't think
that was in the story, though.
I think
That's not the point,
Yeah,
I
you're
know.
burying the lead
But
here.
she did. There is an allergist. If you go back and watch the original video on WFTV9's page, which there's a link to on our story at wdwinfo.com. But if you watch it, their allergist is talking about how there are a lot of natural, even air fresheners that say fragrance free. Or chemical free or whatever, but they actually have like kind of harmful stuff in them still listed. And it's kind of crazy to me that they don't have to list what's in them in indoor
because it's
environments.
proprietary. Well, it's proprietary too. They
Yeah.
don't want to list. This is how we get this fragrance. This is how we make this.
It reminds me of the original Tim Burton Batman movie when the Joker created that poison gas with all the air fresheners and the deodorant and all that stuff. And it's just a weird thing we're learning about. I don't know.
I just wonder what kind of settlement she must have gotten, that if she was a year away from retirement, that she took the settlement and didn't fight it.
Well, I also, in terms of the working for Disney, she might have been working at the Disney store and then moved to Florida. So
Could be.
Who
could have
knows?
been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
But I will tell you, there was something that we purchased for the restroom at the Welcome Center, which I had to throw away because it was irritating. I kept saying don't use it because it's irritating me. Every time I spray it, I would, I'd just break out. But Florida, she moved to Florida in general. Most of us, if you're moving from someplace else, it's an adjustment because there's so much blooming down here anyway.
Yeah.
So that's going to get her anyway. But
But I agree with Pete. I mean, it is weird that it can't be that much money to take an air freshener
Right.
out.
And just one bathroom?
Yeah.
So this lady apparently only cleaned this one bathroom. I mean,
It's not even
let's
that
just-
she cleans it.
She uses it.
Yeah,
Oh,
she uses
okay.
it.
Just uses it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I was thinking that she was like
I
the
just-
worker who took care of a certain bathroom.
And I figure
That
it's like
wasn't
one of those.
explained,
You
I
ever
guess.
see those machines they have like in hotels that pump out the?
Yeah.
So I figure it's some kind of bigger deal air freshener rather than taking the Glad.
Just removing it.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I just
Well,
removing
but
it.
where's the, okay, how much could it possibly be? Number
Right.
one. And number two, is it worth the bad press you get and the black eye you get because you look like you don't give a crap about your employees. And because you're not already getting enough bad press with other things you're doing.
Or do they think that maybe if they do this for her, then everybody's going to come forward and say, "Hey, well, my bathroom bothers me." Did they?
Well, if those people come forward and they have a note from their doctor that they actually have this,
Yeah.
This issue that triggers asthma, then they should.
Well, but I'm just saying that sometimes I think
You know,
Disney
God
doesn't
knows-
look at like the big picture.
They don't have any problem not having air fresheners in the public bathrooms. I'll tell
Right.
you that because I can smell one 20 miles away as I'm coming up to it. So, but yeah, okay. Next,
All right. Well,
I'm done with that story.
Okay, our next news story is a new video gives even more detail of Happily Ever After fireworks show. So on May 12th, the Magic Kingdom will be premiering Happily Ever After, the new fireworks nighttime spectacular. This past week, the Disney Parks YouTube account released a new video that gives more details and even a few previews of what the fireworks and projections will look like in the new show. And from the video, it looks like Tinkerbell is still going to be taking flight from the castle, so that's good. And I do have a little thing that broke since we started too, and that is that Disney Parks is going to be live streaming this at 8:50 p.m. on May 12th to coincide with the debut of the new show. They announced that when we started recording the show, so you can catch that on a live stream event.
All right, so I was one of the people, and I was not the only one, who got very afraid when we heard about this show that what they were going to do was scale back on the fireworks to save money and kind of just rely more on castle projections because we've seen them do that in other places. And there's a thread on the boards after this video dropped with everybody saying, I was worried, but I should have trusted Disney. Oh my God, this looks amazing. And it does. It looks incredible. We would play it for you if we could, but we can't. But we will have a link to it in the show notes page. And we'll also put a link to this thread on the boards, which is interesting because it not only has that video embedded, but it also has another video embedded that someone took when Disney was doing a test
cool.
of the fireworks, saying, if you're worried there aren't going to be enough fireworks, look at this. And you see just how much how many fireworks go up in this. So they are not, it does not look like they're cheaping out here. It looks like they are actually kicking things up.
Yeah, it scared the bejesus out of me. I live close enough to the Magic Kingdom that, some of the bigger booms can actually shake things a little bit. And they did that, the first test, I want to say it was about 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
1:30.
They love to do it at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was still awake. I was actually just working, and I just started hearing. I'm like, oh my gosh, the bombs are going off. It's all over. I didn't expect. I didn't
Get in the bunker,
expect
Kylie.
fireworks at all. And
No, he was using Kylie as a human shield.
but no, there was a ton, and like I tried to rush to see them, but
Too busy crawling under the table.
Kylie on top of him.
I did what I had to do to survive, and I did, and I made it. But no, there was a lot of fireworks, and definitely that finale is going to be booming and worthy replacement of Wishes.
I
from
liked
what I hear.
well, if you watch the video, they give you a pretty long sample of the song. Essentially, it's like the song is in that whole video, and I enjoyed it.
So did I. I thought it was
Yeah.
a great song.
Yeah, it's got the build up and the chorus at the end, and so it's got that same kind of vibe. How Wishes has that big chorus at the end, and it seemed. I don't know. I'm fine with the replacement. I mean, I loved Wishes, but we're at Disney World, and we all know all things move forward.
Well, I saw Wishes again for the last time last week, and I did. I sat there and cried because I
Yeah.
was like I knew it was the last time I was going to say it, and it's been there. Here she goes.
I'm fine. I'm thinking of Corey. Wishes makes me think of Corey, and I don't really know why. I think it might have been the first person I was with when I saw it or something.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, it's been around since what, 2003? Something like that?
It's been like 15 years, they said.
Yeah, it's been a while. And so, I mean, the number of times I've seen it, whether it was in the Magic Kingdom or at Fort Wilderness or at the Grand or at the Contemporary or Wilderness Lodge, the Polynesian, number of times I have watched, filmed, with all different people, Bob and just countless people throughout the years. So there's all these memories attached to that, and that's what happens when you're a raving fan. These things become very important. So, like, I remember that night, there were people like chanting "Wishes forever, wishes forever."
Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
I mean, and there were a lot of people there because a lot of people were doing the same thing. They were coming in because they knew they weren't going to get a chance to see it again. So it was like I think it was a Friday or a Saturday night.
Wow!
And it was just kind of crazy.
Well, I wonder if they're going to do like how Disneyland does it with their. They sometimes will do a throwback, and when we were just there not too long ago, they had what was their 50th anniversary fireworks.
Remember, dreams come true.
Yeah, and they had them like spruced up, so they had castle projections mapping. And unfortunately, that whole time I was there, it was never completed because they had a lot of high winds that week. But I got to see a little bit of it, and I thought it was awesome. It was kind of cool to be there when this like retro thing was playing with a new spin on it, and so who knows what the future holds for Wishes. It might come back again.
I don't think it'll be the last time we ever see Wishes. I think it'll return at some point for a return show. They already do, like Main Street Electrical Parade bounces around. Disneyland brings back their fireworks, so I think it's only inevitable. But it was the first fireworks show I ever saw, and a lot of people probably saw that actually had a whole story to it, and the music all interweaved together to actually paint this big picture. That's why the show kind of just transcended any other fireworks show, even more so than Illuminations or other, because it's like you knew the entire plot of it. It was brilliant, and but Happily Ever After is going to blow us all away.
I hope so, because I said Wishes. I can remember before I moved here, I was down here looking for houses, and I can remember going to Wishes and wishing that they would accept my offer and that I could move to Florida. So Wishes has a lot of moments for me. So I hope the new show has something like that, because it's like the Cinderella stage show that they had for a while, that they like close your eyes and let's all dream together. I love those kind of moments. That to me is Disney. So I hope that this new show has something like that.
It sure looks like it. Looking at that video, it sure looks like it. I was really taken by how
what
good
I saw.
it looked.
I enjoyed,
and the music. So I'm really excited about it. I got to be honest. I was very nervous, but after seeing that video, I agree with the general sentiment on the boards that we should have trusted them. But we can be forgiven for thinking they're going to take it. They're going to cheap out, because we've been seeing that all over the place.
Yeah.
So fortunately, that does not look like they're doing that, but we will know because we'll be seeing it this Friday.
Yeah.
And we'll have a full. Well, it'll be all over social media, and of course, we'll talk about it on next week's show.
Be sure you stand behind somebody that has an iPad, so I can get the full experience.
All right.
Okay, on to the next and final news story here. A sad one. Disney Magic passenger dies during shore excursion in St. Kitts. So we saw some reports coming in on disboards.com that a male passenger who was participating in a dive excursion yesterday in St. Kitts has passed away. Cruise Hive reports that the passenger was from the Disney Magic and that he was on a shore excursion through Pro Divers. Now, apparently that company doesn't take bookings through the cruise, but they have an easy way for passengers to book near the port, making them a very popular last-minute excursion company. Details have not been released as to the cause of the man's death, but we will obviously update you as that story and those details become available. So,
that's very sad.
Yeah.
Very, very
unfortunate.
sad.
We don't know. There's no details, so it's not really like we can speculate, because it could have been anything at this point. So
Right. Exactly. So, I've got to talk because Craig needs to get Steve ready. But yeah, it is sad.
Especially, you're on vacation.
You never expect that to happen when you're on a cruise.
Yeah. So, just some thoughts with the family.
All right, that is going to do it for the news. We are going to move on. Before we move on to rapid fire, there's the giant head of Steve Porter floating in my eye line. So he's over in Hollywood Studios, looking very cool with his dark shades. I'm Steve Porter. It's very I'm Steve Porter and you're not.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Well, I may look cool, but it's not very cool here. It's like close to 90 degrees.
Aww.
But it's still actually a great day here.
I'm sorry, Steve. There is no one watching this right now that feels the least bit of sympathy for you. Oh, I'm in Hollywood Studios and it's so hot. They're like, shut up.
True. I shouldn't complain. But anyways, I was looking for lightsaber churros that I heard about, but disappointingly, they only had them here for the May the 4th week. So they no longer have them. So I was looking around and I found something else I think maybe even cooler, which is this Baby Groot sipper, which you can purchase for $12.75. It comes with a fountain beverage, and it can be found at the popcorn stand that is next to the Brown Derby, which is behind my shoulder right now.
Well, for those who are not familiar, this is from Guardians of the Galaxy, which we saw Thursday night, which was awesome. I think everybody really enjoyed it. And Craig was nice enough to buy me. Yesterday when I came in to do the Daily Fix, there was one of those sitting here for me from Craig, which was very sweet.
Unusual.
I love when work husband buys me presents.
Well, you know what I do.
That's not good. Dramatic music behind you, Steve, playing right now.
Yeah, the Star Wars show is also going on.
Oh, okay. So Park doesn't look all that crowded today.
Well, it's a medium amount of crowd. I think everyone's just kind of packed over by the Star Wars show right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what else are you doing today?
I've been walking around there. I actually was working on the site from the park a little earlier, and other than that, I went to One Man's Dream, which is always a classic for me. Although I always find it a shame that the end of it is kind of now a meet and greet, which is actually a meet and greet for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is kind of interesting. So I went on that, and I've been walking around. There's actually a little bit of more construction going on, which I'll post on social media for Star Wars Land. A little bit more popping up over there. So look out for that on Twitter and Facebook.
Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
Steve, well, enjoy the rest of your day at Hollywood Studios and enjoy your Baby Groot sipper cup.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Sippy cup.
All right. So, actually, because I know your rapid fire, Craig, kind of piggybacks on what Steve was talking about, we're going to move on with rapid fire, but I'm going to start with you, if that's all right.
That is perfectly fine. So, yeah, as Steve just mentioned, they currently do have a new meet and greet over in One Man's Dream at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and that is a meet and greet wow, word. You can meet Groot and Star-Lord, and
Is
not
that
just,
like anorexic Star-Lord?
Oh yeah.
He looks nothing like Chris Pratt. He's horrible.
There's two of them though.
Wait, is it a person or a robot?
It's a person.
That's a person that's playing Star-Lord.
Doesn't
but
look like
there's
a
our baby Groot. But
Yeah,
But
no,
they had
it's-
enough time that they could have built an animatronic Chris Pratt. That'd be way more fun.
Right?
More
hands-on.
Because he looks nothing like him.
Yeah, no. Let's not argue about the qualities of Star-Lord. Meeting him, the real attraction here is meeting Baby Groot, and here we have a quick little video of the experience, just so you can get an idea of what it all looks like. So here it is.
Didn't we see them on the Sovereign? We did. You guys like with the Sovereign or like? You guys were... What's a box gonna do? Hey, what's up?
nothing.
Star-Lord. What are you doing?
No, you're not.
Hi.
Oh, you're recording me.
Yeah, it's great 80s technology.
Come on in here, guys. Come on. You guys look like warriors or dancers. Warriors or dancers. A little bit of both, right? A little bit of both.
Yeah, so that just makes me smile, though.
Okay, he's terrible.
That was
The
disappointing.
other one that I've seen the pictures of on social media looks a lot closer to a little fuller. This one's like giant.
This guy looks nothing like Chris Pratt.
But
And
Baby Groot is super
Baby Groot's
cute.
adorable. Baby Groot's absolutely adorable, but
Star-Lord is disappointing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Look at Teresa's face.
I mean, that's though why the beauty of meeting face characters at Disney is usually you're meeting face characters based on animated movies. So when they don't quite look right, we always will, we'll mention it, but we don't really fixate on it.
But he needs to gain about 50 pounds.
Oh, I know.
Of muscle.
But then there is another one that is like old fat Chris Pratt back when he was on Parks and Rec trying to play Star-Lord. They don't have anyone that just like exactly matches it. So that's tough. That's why you should only do meet and greets based on characters that aren't based on real humans, but
Or if they wear masks, like Darth Vader, Chewbacca,
exactly.
things like that.
It would have been cool if they put his Star-Lord mask on him.
oh, this is
Yeah, or just
Why-
have a handler for the little tree guy and forget about the other dude.
Yeah, really.
I used to always have a problem with Star Wars weekends when you'd go and you'd meet like terrible Anakin, and they just never really lined up. So
Well, Anakin himself was terrible. I'm sorry.
yeah, well, he was,
Oh.
but and then we also
From never having watched a Star Wars movie, and now she's seen them, and now she's
Oh,
like,
I
well,
watch him all the time now. I'm really
she's
getting
judgy.
Yeah, also, after the meet and greet, as he said, right now they are currently showing a teaser of the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie as you're getting ready to leave there. So we decided, since we're already there, we might as well see it, also get a little hyped up for the Mega Meet when you guys have your screening of it. And I was not a fan of On Stranger Tides. Is that the name of the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like that at all. I think this one's actually going to be a return back to the fun that the first Curse of the Black Pearl actually was. The teaser they showed was this really ridiculous section where there's they're trying to rob a bank and they somehow just steal a building instead. And like it was kind of the dumbest thing in the world. But I left there with like this huge smile on my face, like this feels like classic Pirates. So for anyone who's thinking about going to see it, either opening night, if you're going to be down for the meet, maybe wait for that one because I think it'll actually be worth it. So
If
See it
you're
hyped
going to
you
that
up.
meet, if you're going to watch it, what's cool is they have a lot of props from the movie right outside of the screening room, so you can go
Yeah.
see like some outfits and some things like that from there. So it's cool. It was fun.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Craig. We'll switch over to you, Rhino.
Okay, well, Disney's Grand Floridian is holding a special 4th of July ticketed event. So on the 4th of July at Disney's Grand, you'll be, they're obviously celebrating the St. Patrick's Day. Wow. And I'm ejected from the country. They're celebrating Independence Day. Tickets are going to cost $120 plus tax for adults, $59 plus tax for kids 3 to 9. And it will take place at the hotel's marina. For the event, guests will be served grilled steak and shrimp, along with alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. The event's going to conclude with guests watching the holiday fireworks from the resort. If you haven't seen those 4th of July fireworks, they are pretty outstanding. Some of the best. So, yeah. So the reservations are open. You can check out more information on that at www.info.com. And that is all I have to say about that.
Awesome. Thank you, Rhino. Kathy.
Okay, we have some changes to the, the monorail for this month. May 16 and 17, May 23 and 24, and May 30th from 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're doing something a little bit different with the monorail. So the resort monorail will only go to the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, and the Magic Kingdom. It won't stop at the Contemporary. But the express monorail will stop at the Contemporary and the TTC in Magic Kingdom. So they've added a stop to the express.
Why?
Apparently they're doing something with the monorail. I'm not sure what. They've been changing the hours around and doing different things, but this is the first time they've sort of changed up the stop. So it's going to be interesting to see all the people on the wrong monorail when this happens.
Right, exactly.
Sounds
All
like
right.
fun.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times on the monorail.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Teresa.
Tarzan's moving to the big city. No, not really. Tarzan's moving to a new meet and greet location, Animal Kingdom.
Speaking of bad face characters.
Not the one in Animal Kingdom that I saw. He was hot.
The one in the picture.
Who is that?
It's me with Tarzan.
It's Craig with his
Tarzan
Disney
is a
husband.
small child wearing a. Oh my!
That almost looks like Max.
Oh Lord!
No, that's
I
not.
don't even-
Is that the one? Were you with me? When
No,
I was
no,
getting
no,
my picture taken with him.
I remember
I don't
that
think-
one.
that doesn't look
Yeah,
like
yeah.
him.
No, this is the. This is
one I had my picture taken with. Boy, he was gorgeous. He had the muscles.
Well, this is he wearing a loincloth? What's he wearing?
Yes,
down
he
under?
is.
This little dude.
Well, if
This
he's
is
in
kinda
costume, yeah.
Creepy. Okay, anyway. Ending today, I believe he's at the pathway towards Pandora, World of Avatar, and Pizza Safari. Starting tomorrow, he's going to be back behind the tree where this dude needs to be because he's kind of creepy. Anyway, that's it.
Aw. Wait, we
Look at him.
we are given no love to face characters this show.
His face is okay, but his body's like. I mean,
Well,
I'm
it's
sure it's a
also-
perfectly fine body clothed. But
I think that it's also the angle that Craig is taking the picture on.
No, he's
But-
a little skinny guy.
No, he's skinny
Okay.
Tarzan.
is he shorter? I mean,
Well,
whatever.
I'm not going to criticize anybody with the stones to walk around in a loincloth
Yeah.
in a theme park, okay?
That's not how I pictured it. When I looked up and saw that, I thought, oh, why was Craig in the picture? Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Teresa. Julie.
Okay, so until Sunday, May 14th, which is this Sunday, Mother's Day, people, this is your reminder. Get your mama something. Okay, so they're going to be offering limited time wishes and happily ever after fireworks merchandise. This says merchandise, it just shows t-shirts. So there are 6 different designs. It's a limited time release, and 3 of the shirts are unisex for adults. And then there's a women's V-neck and 2 designs for kids. The kids' shirts are $22.99 and the adult shirts are $27.99, but only till Sunday.
Yeah, that's online in the Emporium. They got another shipment in of like the annual pass holder, the Wishes ornament.
Oh, really?
That's because I tried to get extra, and they were out of them. But they got another shipment in, so
Extra
it's
for what?
just to have more than one.
If you get over there before I do, can you grab me one?
Sure.
Thank you.
For that reason? That's your extra. Okay, I just wondered. Okay, never mind.
So, what are you doing for Mother's Day? I mean, you guys
I'm going to the beach.
going to the beach.
Are you?
Yeah, for 3 whole nights. Yay.
Wow. I'm working at the Welcome Center.
I'm waiting to see what my kids do for me. I know
I'm taking
Katie's
my
working.
corgis out for lunch.
Are you?
That works.
Taking my corgis out for Mother's Day.
I take Mom loves
You
the
are their mother.
Oh, yeah.
Mom loves the Capitol Grill over on iDrive. So almost every Mother's Day, we're over there for that. So that's
My kids know that that's the one day out of the year that they have to do something for me.
Seriously, that's what I've asked for, that I have to do nothing for you.
Oh yeah, Finley
Yeah.
goes, Mom, can't you can't wait, right? You get
Yep.
to take a nap on the beach. Because
Right.
guess who usually is the one playing and running up and down the beach while
Right.
Dad's like, oh, this is so nice. Sorry, Corey.
Mother's Day's every day.
Yeah.
If you're a mother. Okay, never mind.
Craig, what are you doing for your mom?
I will not be able to see her, so we are sending her a surprise. But I guess the surprise is no longer a surprise.
No, don't. I was like, we know she watches. Don't tell her.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
say what
No,
it is.
I'm
I sent
not
my
going
mama
to say
some
what it is.
flowers.
Well, then why isn't it a surprise?
It's still a surprise, I guess.
Yes.
But
it
I
is.
could ruin it if I kept on talking about it. So no,
Yeah,
but
Well,
Don't
my
do
mom,
that.
she doesn't watch. She's getting lip syncs.
Is she? Oh, she'll like it. My mother's getting plants that she can put in her yard. She always likes that
Oh,
and always
that's
gets
nice.
something. And she's been a mother for like 60 some years, so, got to keep her happy.
Go dig in the yard, Mom.
Yeah. How about you, Rhino? What are you doing?
I got a little gift on my way to my mother, and I call and chat with her for a while about how terrible my other siblings are because I'm her favorite. So I look forward to that. Always makes me feel good. So I'm a good son. Not
right.
like Macaulay Culkin good son. Like I'm a good son.
Oh, God.
Oh my.
Craig, I've done everything I can. I have.
I'm going to wish my mother a happy Mother's Day right now, live on air, because I know she's
Aw.
watching, and I know she'd appreciate that. I love you, Mom.
I love.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm gonna get. He's gonna show me up because I know my mom is watching. I love you too, Mom, and we'll have a great time on Sunday.
Okay, my mom's not watching, but I love both of your mothers.
Yes,
yes.
Seriously?
I seriously do.
My mom, right? My mom is awesome, right?
She is.
she
I
is.
think some of our listeners are more excited to meet Miss Madeline
Yep.
than
Yes.
to meet any of us.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
When
She's
we
a
were
legend.
when we were at the movies Thursday night, and Grace was sitting there all chilling, not paying any attention, and she saw Miss Madeline, and she said, "Oh my God!" And she, without prompting or nothing, she ran over and hugged her. And it took Madeline a minute. She said, "Oh my gosh, it's Grace," because she hadn't seen her in a
Right,
while.
she hadn't.
And it was
I
a
haven't
touching
seen
moment
Grace
for me.
in 40 years. Sorry.
Whoa, was that supposed to be?
No, that's from Christmas Vacation. Grace has been dead for 20 years.
The blessing.
And no, Craig's
So-
mom too. She
Yes.
Oh,
treats
yeah.
my
Yeah.
children like they are her own grandchildren. So I'm gonna be really sad when she gets her own grandchildren.
Right?
So's Craig.
Circle of life.
All right, Craig, I've done all I can to extend this show because we really, I mean, it's been a slow week. We didn't
Yeah.
have a lot to work with. And we were talking about it before. Next week, we've got a ton of stuff because we've got new Happily Ever After fireworks. And a lot of us are getting a chance on Saturday to do the annual pass holder preview of Pandora.
Oh yeah.
So we've got a lot coming up on next week's show. So please forgive me that the show's a little shorter than it normally would be, but we are going to cut it off here. And we hope you enjoyed the show. We will be back with you again next week with another edition of the Diz Unplugged. Thanks for being with us, everyone. And remember, stay out of the damn lakes. Have a great week.